Hi, Cancer. Welcome to Higher Source Tarot for a tarot and oracle card reading for all Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I absolutely love this card for you. But before we begin, I just want to tell you happy birthday. If this is your sun sign and you are celebrating, may this be your best year yet. All right, this will be the theme for today from the Moonology Manifestation deck. First quarter moon in Pisces. Honor your feelings, because we know there are many teachers who have taught this. Neville Goddard comes to mind right off the bat. Your feelings are the secret, and your feelings are energy systems, energy bodies. And so we have to honor those feelings, but allow them to be our guidance system, our emotional guidance system. Okay, let's consult the tarot and see what else you need to know. What guidance do you have for Cancer? Please. What does Cancer need to know, please, for the best and highest good of all involved with Cancer? Messages for Cancer, please. All right, general reading today, followed up with a couple of oracle cards here. You've got the Ten of Cups. We like that. Strength. The Ten of Pentacles. This is looking nice. The Nine of Cups. The World. Woo. The Seven of Swords. There might be somebody a little jealous of you, but I don't think you're going to really mind it too much. The Eight of Wands and the Five of Pentacles. The only thing I would kind of caution with this is I feel like there might be somebody who moves away from you that has a tendency to say things they should not. Okay, like slanderous. They're just petty. Okay, that's what it feels like. Somebody who's a bit petty, but you know what? That happens, doesn't it? Now, I like the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is like you're almost there. The Ten of Cups is you have arrived, my friends. Now, I could hold up half of the reading here, but isn't this a beautiful cycle? This is absolute perfection, dominion. I also feel like, too, if it is your sun sign, you're going to be getting some attention and enjoy every single minute of it. I mean, why not? You have here, in terms of love, you've got, let's see, we've got Leo, Taurus, fire, water, quite a bit of water, air and earth, all the elements. But I want to tell you, though, with a love story, it's like you'll blow the roof right off the joint. All right, somebody here that will really step up and go beyond what you would have thought. If it's a new relationship and it's your sun sign, I feel like they're going to go out of their way. And I know that can be, sometimes early in relationships, holidays are like, oh God, what do we do with this? I feel like they really do knock it out of the park, though. So I feel like you have somebody coming in who wants to kind of dote on you, allow them to do it. And even if it's not a love relationship and it's just the people around you, let them do it. You know what? Why not? They want to show you they care. I mean, who are we to stop them, right? So with this, in terms of moving and jobs, you've got great aspects for money showing up here. But I also feel like whatever it is that you're doing, it's going to work in a positive direction. That energy of the world is a life without limits. So if you've been doing something where you've been sort of steadily investing, building, working, focusing, concentrating, here's where you finally get to that big turning point. You say it was all worth it here. Now, if you're taking a trip too, I feel like it's going to be wonderful with this kind of energy where everyone around you just gets along. It's very harmonious energy. So with the Ten of Cups energy, this can be a card of reunions too. So if you do have plans to get together with people, you might run into people you haven't seen in a long time too, out and about, or if you've been getting out a little more than you usually do. I feel like you're just in that place of attracting nice little rendezvous. Now, this is a great card for those of you that are looking to buy a home. All right, you've got this energy of finally finding some roots, finding where you belong. And even if you've moved from a place that you were in for a very long time into somewhere new, it immediately feels like the right choice. This rainbow after the storm is really just that. It's better times after something that you've put in some effort and perhaps a little blood, sweat, and tears into. Now, I still get this, oddly enough, connected to that Seven of Swords, Five of Pentacles energy. I do feel like there's someone who's jealous about something regarding you, okay? And I just feel like there's not going to be a lot of room for them in the story here. that they move on, they say what they say. And if you have your spidey sense going off about somebody, remember, honor your feelings. I would keep them at an arm's distance if you really don't have a good feeling about someone, or you don't trust them, perhaps based on how they talk about others, and you say, if they're talking about them, they're talking about me too. It's kind of one of those, but I feel like your social circle is going to be quite robust. So those that you can trust, that you have plenty of. There's no shortage or lack here. Now, the Strength card too, you've got new doors opening, but I also still feel like there's some kind of a management over an interaction with somebody, and it's like you almost embody this energy where you kind of deal with it because this is grace, by the way. It's grace under pressure. It's really making the next right move and really feeling like you're on the road to success. Even if somebody, nips at you a little bit, it doesn't do much, quite honestly. And so with the energy of Strength, you're going to find that you are attracting people, like-minded people. If you work in any kind of helping profession, I do feel like you're going to have a nice little flow here in terms of work and career. Now, if you need help with something, because you've got a lot of energies too, I don't want to focus too much on the one bad egg. You've got a lot of energies too, of people wanting to help each other out. And so with the Strength card, it is the right direction of will and to some extent force. I don't know that I like the word force here, but she reaches her hand right inside a lion's mouth. So I also feel like too, somebody here, if you are taking a vacation, you may do one of those things, those bucket list things that you said you've always wanted to go do, swimming with dolphins or one of those deals. I just keep seeing somebody by water. I think that's where it's coming in. So I feel like the wait is over. Somebody here is going to have an opportunity to experience something they've always wanted to do. I even see somebody painting. Okay, if you are an artist, or maybe you get a chance to be in some sort of a class or something, but I do feel like it's something that you've been waiting for is finally happening. So this 10 of Pentacles is a great energy too, because it's very harmonious. I just keep seeing a little spot, like a little speck in the rear view mirror, and I feel like it's anybody around you who's not happy, joyous, free. This is about attracting the right people at the right time, and it's really joy and celebration all the way around you, where people can be happy for one another. So I do feel like like we were talking about, there's one sort of bad egg in the mix that they just won't be around for too long. They just won't be a part of this, at least. And so this also too can be unexpected money. So I feel like somebody here is going to get some nice little gifts, gift cards, things like that. I also feel like too, with this, you might find that those unexpected encounters even lead to more. Okay, and I know this is probably for one person on here, but like you run into somebody you haven't seen in a long time, and they give you tickets, or they give you something of monetary value. Okay, something they're not using, and saying, I'm glad I ran into you. Hey, do you want this? We're not going to use it. That sort of thing. Get ready, because I feel like it's going to be happening more and more in your life. And so overall, this is a sense of community. It's a sense of camaraderie. It's also too, though, with a relationship, a sense of really being in sync. So I mentioned before, somebody here, I feel like your hair is about to be blown back by the behavior of this person in such a great way. Like somebody who really does make an effort. And so with the 10 of Pentacles, it's like one of those times too where you're so locked in together. You really do understand each other. And I feel like with this too, it's, again, attracting the right people around you, the right people, places, and situations. So the 9 of Cups brings in joy and celebration too. This 9 of Cups, of course, is wish fulfillment. And there's a great energy of appreciation where I feel like somebody sits down and they just kind of look around at everything around them and say, you know what, my life is good today. I'm having a time in my life, a period in my life where I just want to revel in it just for a minute. Whether that's seeing butterflies in the garden, or a dog that's rolling around in the sun, or grandkids, or whatever it is. It's that moment where he's sitting pretty, looks around and says, I have things pretty good today. And so with this 9 of Cups, there's generosity, hospitality, both given and received on this, but I still get it more like you're on the receiving end. So with this, again, those cards, gifts, things like that, but it's also too of a spiritual nature, where you feel like you really are guided, really in that place where your serenity can't be bothered by conditions. Your serenity, you're on that spiritual beam, so you're not wobbling and wavering and faltering, like somebody who tries to walk on a balance beam for the first time. You're really in the place of saying, I know who I am, I know conditions are going to happen, but with the energy of the world, again, if you're traveling, it's going to be great with the world. This helps you get out and see the world, yes, but it's also to a completion. You wrap up an old cycle and you begin a new one on just the right page. Anything new that you start with this feels like heaven sent. It really is reaching nirvana, in that place of being in a heightened state too, spiritually, where you're very much, like I said, in tune with things. So the little things won't bother you much here. You may have some things and you kind of let it come and let it go. You're easy about things. In terms of a relationship, it really is a match. And this is also too, in terms of that spiritual fitness, meditating, quieting the mind, being very much connected with your source energy. So honoring your feelings keeps showing up and poking its little head back into the reading here for you. There's great freedom in the world, though. It's like nothing holds you back. I keep getting to the air of salt water. So if somebody is going by some big body of water, that breathing in that salt water, and it just feels like, the universe is just kind of swirling all around you. Now, we've dealt with this guy a few times here because he just got my attention. I just still feel like you have someone around you who's kind of bitter, and that's their problem, quite honestly. I don't feel like they can do much to you. The worst thing they could do is connect back with you fully, get right back into that being a big part of your life. So even if it's somebody that you run into out and about, you might find that you don't offer, you know what I mean? You don't offer up your phone number. You don't offer to make plans with them. You may find that you kind of compartmentalize this relationship a bit because there's something about them where they just can't be happy for other people. That's how I get them, at least in this reading. So with this 8 of Wands, things are moving forward. We love this one. The arrows of love in a relationship, it's definitely going to increase. The heat turns up here, the enthusiasm, the interest level. But in terms of communication, this is great too. It's very positive news, very clear communication coming in. There's nothing here slowing you down or stopping you. I mentioned before with this 5 of Pentacles, this may be kind of a general commentary about just that feeling of moving away from situations that are no longer really something for you. And I feel like it might be a little bittersweet, but we have to honor our own feelings, and that just keeps showing up. So let's see what else you need to know here, Cancer. All right, what else, please, for Cancer? Messages, please, for Cancer. All right, you have here, remain positive. I should say so. You've got a very positive, upbeat reading. The infinity symbols in 2 of these cards. Peaceful resolution. And you've got compromise showing up. So there may be a little bit of that going on within the next few months. And we've got a yes. Good things are on the way for you, Cancer. I love you, and I'll be back again soon.